In the wise words of our Nigerian elders, when the drummer changes his tune, the dancer must adjust his steps. A proverb that captures how shifts in power, fear, and authority force communities to adapt, sometimes reluctantly, to restore normalcy amid uncertainty. This rings especially true in Onitsha, Anambra State's bustling commercial heart, where a long-standing Monday sit-at-home order has clashed with state efforts to reclaim economic life, leading to closures, defiance, and now fresh assurances of protection as traders navigate lingering fears. This na confirm street news. Now waiting we hear with the report, but be sure say na confirm. Abeg hit that subscribe button, like this video, and drop a comment to help us grow and bring you undiluted news. The latest chapter unfolded when Governor Soludo of Anambra State took decisive action against compliance with the indigenous people of Biafra's IPOB's directive. About a week prior to February 5, 2026, during an unscheduled visit to Onitsha Main Market, the governor observed widespread shop closures on a Monday, directly tied to the outlawed group's sit-at-home call. In response, he ordered the market shut for 1 week as a measure to counter what he viewed as economic sabotage and intimidation by non-state actors. This enforcement aimed to compel traders to operate normally 6 days a week, with warnings that further non-compliance could extend closures or trigger additional sanctions. The market, one of the largest in West Africa and a vital economic artery for the Southeast, had for years seen traders heeding the order out of fear of reprisals from enforcers, resulting in massive revenue losses and disrupted livelihoods. After the 1-week shutdown, the market reopened on Monday, February 3, 2026, with many traders resuming business despite the directive. However, attendance remained cautious, with reports indicating that security concerns, rather than outright defiance, may have kept some away, as the shadow of past threats lingered. In the wake of this resumption, the Nigerian Army's 82 Division stepped in with a strong public assurance of safety for traders at Onitsha Main Market and other economic hubs across the Southeast. If you're following these tensions in the Southeast and want ongoing updates on how governance, security, and commerce intersect in our region, take a moment to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments about whether these assurances will truly restore confidence, and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement helps amplify stories that matter to everyday Nigerians. This situation didn't emerge in isolation. The Monday sit-at-home order, enforced by IPOB and its militant wing, the Eastern Security Network, has persisted for years in the Southeast, ostensibly to press demands related to self-determination and the release of detained leader Nnamdi Kanu. While supporters frame it as a tool of peaceful protest, authorities and many residents see it as coercive, with criminal elements exploiting it to instill fear, disrupt commerce, and undermine state authority. Onitsha, as a major trading hub, drawing merchants from across Nigeria and beyond, has borne significant economic scars from repeated closures, lost sales, supply chain breaks, and eroded investor confidence. Governor Soludo has consistently pushed back, arguing that such orders cripple livelihoods and deter progress, and his administration has deployed security to protect those who choose to operate. The recent market closure was framed as a protective step for law-abiding citizens, with security agencies like police, army, and joint task forces actively involved in enforcement and monitoring. The Army statement highlighted ongoing intelligence-led operations targeting IPOB and ESN remnants in hideouts, underscoring a broader strategy to dismantle threats and foster lasting peace through collaboration with civil authorities and traditional institutions. Key figures have been vocal in their positions. The acting Deputy Director of Army Public Relations for the 82 Division, Lieutenant Colonel Olabisi Ayeni, commended traders for their patriotic decision to reopen, describing it as a courageous stand for peace, security, and economic advancement. He assured full protection for law-abiding citizens, emphasized that criminal elements masquerading as freedom fighters have long used intimidation to destabilize communities and undermine state authority, but that such tactics are being countered decisively. He urged residents to disregard false threats, provide credible intelligence on dangers, and warned perpetrators that there is no hiding place, with the full weight of the law awaiting those who refuse to renounce violence. Major General Oluremi Fadairo, General Officer commanding the 82 Division and Commander of the Joint Task Force Southeast Operation UDO KA, praised the Anambra State government's political will and collaboration with security agencies, noting it has built confidence and allowed commerce to thrive. Governor Soludo's earlier actions, ordering the closure and signaling ongoing enforcement, reflect his administration's determination to end the disruption, though his moves have sparked debate. The implications are significant on several levels. Economically, sustained reopenings could revive trade in Onitsha, boosting revenue for traders, transporters, and the state through taxes and activity, while signaling to investors that the Southeast remains open for business. Socially, defiance of the order represents growing resilience among residents tired of fear-driven compliance, potentially shifting community dynamics toward normalcy, though lingering apprehension may slow full recovery. Politically, it tests the state's authority against non-state influences, with successful enforcement strengthening governance but risking backlash if perceived as heavy-handed. Security-wise, the Army's assurances and deployments aim to deter attacks, but the need for continued operations highlights persistent vulnerabilities in the region, where remnants of militant groups still pose risks. Public reactions have been mixed, reflecting the divided sentiments in the area. Many traders and residents have welcomed the security pledges and resumption, viewing them as steps toward reclaiming their livelihoods after years of disruption. Online and in market discussions, some have praised the governor's firmness and the Army's support as necessary to break the cycle of intimidation. Others express caution, noting that fear of reprisals, rooted in past experiences, might explain lower turnout post-reopening, with calls for even more visible protection. Critics of the sit-and-home have hailed the developments as progress against economic sabotage, while those sympathetic to IPOB's broader cause have questioned the methods, though the order's enforcement has faced widespread condemnation for its impact on ordinary people. Looking ahead, the Army's commitment to ongoing deployment, intelligence operations, and collaboration suggests a sustained push to secure economic centers and dismantle threats. With traders urged to continue activities without fear and public calls to report threats, the coming Mondays will test whether these assurances translate into consistent attendance and confidence. If operations successfully neutralize remaining elements, it could mark a turning point for commerce in the Southeast, reducing disruptions and fostering stability. However, any incidents could reignite fears, underscoring the need for not just military presence, but also dialogue and community trust building to address underlying grievances. Governor Soludo's administration appears poised to maintain pressure for full-week operations, potentially extending measures if compliance wavers, while the Army's warnings indicate no let-up in efforts to protect sovereignty and citizens. As we wrap up this look at Onitsha's evolving story, one where economic survival meets security realities, share your perspective in the comments. Do you think these assurances will finally end the disruption for traders? If this narrative has given you deeper insight into the challenges facing our markets and communities, like the video, subscribe for more breakdowns of regional issues, and turn on notifications to stay connected. Your voice and support keep these important conversations alive.